It's the middle of the week, and you know what that means. It means another weekly market watch for the Seattle area housing market. So let's jump right into it. Hey there, it's Brendan Klaus. It is Thursday, April 17th, and this is your weekly market watch for Seattle, Washington. Let's start right off with the mortgage rates, which, to say the least, have been very volatile. So the mortgage rates have been going up and down really since the beginning of the year, but especially in the past 2 weeks with everything that's going on in the economy. Now, sometimes when the economy is uncertain or the stock market goes down, we will see the mortgage rates go down as well because the Fed wants to stimulate the economy, wants people to borrow more money. That was no exception in the past 2 weeks. We did see the interest rates come down to about the lowest they've been in the past 5 months, which was around 6.75%. They're back up today at 6.87% for the 30-year fixed and at 6.28% for the 15-year fixed. Now, the FHA and VA 30-year loans are at 6.36% and 6.38%. Now, there is no question in anyone's mind that the economy and what's happening with the political landscape is definitely impacting real estate right now. We've certainly seen buyers become a little bit hesitant about the market and what they are and are not willing to do or pay for. One thing to keep in mind, if you are thinking about buying this year and your money is not currently in the stock market, or you're not as risk averse, or you don't feel at risk, one thing you might want to think about is now could be a really good time to purchase, given that a lot of people are putting a brake on their purchasing. So if you were looking at homes anywhere from 800 to 1.5 million in the Seattle market, now could be a really good time to think about making an offer if your money is available and it's not been impacted by this, because you may have less competition. Now, I'm not saying this is for everyone, but it is certainly a tactic that you could take. It's a lot of what we saw in 2022 and 2023, people who had the money available and were less at risk were more willing to make offers, and they didn't have to compete as much. So one thing to keep in mind as you're thinking about your purchasing plans, if that's something you plan on doing this year. Now, if you are a seller in this market, be aware that right now buyers are feeling hesitant. It's more important than ever to make sure you have your home priced well, presented well, and that you're putting the right person into the home to really get as many offers as you possibly can. When we look at Seattle specifically, let's talk about the condo market. This week, we saw 19 new listings over the past 7 days as an increase from the 7 days prior. That was at 234 new listings, up from 215 the last 7 days. We saw 6 more go pending or under contract this week. That's at 185, up from 179 the prior 7 days. And there was no change in the number of sold listings, stayed steady right at 111. Now, when we talk about the residential market in Seattle, townhomes and single family homes, these are selling a little bit quicker than we are seeing condos sell. So this week we saw an increase of 57 listings. That was up to 559, up from 502 the past 7 days. Now that is a bit of an increase, and that's probably the most we've seen in the Seattle market thus far this year. Pending listings, homes under contract, was down by 57. That's at 493, down from 550 last week. So again, that number is not continuing to go up, probably because of what's going on in the political landscape. And then sold listings down just 23. So like I said, if you are a buyer and you are not impacted by this stock market change or volatility, and you do have your money ready to go, now could be an opportunity to actually get into the market with a little bit less competition, or being able to negotiate a bit more. Sellers, be aware of this and be aware that buyers are looking for a deal right now. They're a little more hesitant of what's going on in the market. So it's something you want to keep in mind as you're pricing your home and preparing it for market. We still see people buying and selling, but things have changed a little bit. As always, if you have any questions about the market or what's going on, don't hesitate to reach out. You can text or email me, and we can set up a time to start your free strategy session about your plans to buy or sell in the Seattle market. And I'm happy to take you through the steps to prepare now so that you're ready when the time comes. Thanks for tuning in this week, and we'll see you again next week.